Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 9th edition of India-Sweden Innovation Day. We are honored that Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Energy, Business and Industry of Sweden, Ms. Ebba Busch, and Honorable Minister for Science and Technology of India, Dr. Jitendra Singh, are joining this inaugural session. I would also like to thank Chairman Sweden-India Business Council, Mr. Håkan Kingsted, and I would like to welcome my colleague, Ambassador Teslev, who has presented credentials in Delhi only yesterday. I look forward to working with him and his team. Innovation is key not only for growth and sustainability, as was mentioned, but also to manage global challenges such as pandemics to climate change. Sweden, of course, is a leader on innovation and sustainability, and India too is now climbing rapidly the global innovation ratings. India is a reservoir of engineering, R&D, and entrepreneurial talent. The scale and speed of innovative technology solutions for sustainable development that are now coming out of India offer huge possibilities for collaboration. And it is in this context that this annual Innovation Day series brings together researchers, businesses, investors, and government agencies alike. And we thank all the participants for joining today's interaction. As we come out of COVID pandemic, it is useful to remember that this global fight was led by research and innovation and collaboration. In India too, researchers, businesses, and government collaborated very closely to quickly develop indigenous capacities in vaccines and affordable diagnostics. In India, pandemic constraints also accelerated the adoption of digital and innovative technology solutions by the government for public welfare and also by consumers and businesses. And this happened not only in life sciences and healthcare, but also in fintech and education field. This was facilitated by an ongoing digital transformation in India. As many of you would be knowing, a state-of-the-art digital financial infrastructure for public welfare, it's called the India Stack, is now in place. It is perhaps the world's only public digital platform where government entities have created digital public goods. And since this is an open and free platform, it enables innovations at scale and has a disruptive power. And this is rapidly transforming our economy. Just to give an idea, in September this year, 6.8 billion transactions were recorded on India's real-time digital payment system, UPI. And total value of such transactions last year was nearly $1 trillion. As many as 44 unicorns came out of India last year, showing strong investor confidence during a period of financial volatility and pandemic. The startup ecosystem is flourishing in India with more than 400 incubators in place and many more coming up. India at 75 has emerged as the 5th largest global economy with record levels of FDI and exports, and despite the serious headwinds that are being faced by the global economy. Production-linked incentives are catalyzing huge investment in manufacturing sectors such as semiconductors, solar panels, hydrogen, and medical devices. Indigenous 5G technology has been tested. High-speed indigenous Vande Bharat trains are being introduced. 26 green expressways are under construction. Cochin Airport runs on solar power. Delhi Metro runs on solar power, generated 1,000 kilometers to the south of Delhi. Indian Railways have a target of becoming carbon net zero by 2030. Massive wind parks are coming up. A national hydrogen mission is underway. Electric mobility is on the rise. A national program on artificial intelligence is ongoing. The space agency ISRO has just done a commercial launch of 36 satellites for the company OneWeb. And space startups are starting to create a buzz. Change is clearly underway in India. India-Sweden partnership also continues to flourish. Our prime ministers had excellent discussions in May this year in Copenhagen when they met for the second India-Nordic Summit. In June this year, ahead of Stockholm Plus 50, our ministers co-chaired the leadership group on industry transition called the LEAD IT, a joint international initiative by our countries. Also in June, Mr. Baba Kalyani of Bharat Forge led the Indian participation at the joint Sweden summit. A few months back, another important co-funded joint call for proposals on circular economy was announced, and as many as 9 government agencies from India and Sweden are collaborating on this. 2 MOUs have recently been signed, covering new grounds, one on aviation and another one on financial regulation. Saab has recently announced a major manufacturing plant in India. Next year is an important landmark for both India and Sweden. 2023 also marks 75 years of India-Sweden diplomatic ties. In a month's time, India will assume G20 presidency, and in January, Sweden will assume EU presidency. This is important in the context of India-EU negotiations on trade and investment agreements. In April this year, the President of European Commission had announced the setting up of an India-EU Trade and Technology Council with energy and digital technology as key focus areas. And so far, there is only one other council like that with the US-EU Council. In a week's time, focus will be on COP27. And as announced by the Prime Minister Modi in Glasgow, India has substantially enhanced its climate action targets. These ambitious targets provide a clear pathway for continued investments and innovation in renewable energy, energy efficiency, and clean technologies. It is therefore no surprise that innovation for green transition is a major aspect of India-Sweden partnership. I would like to thank India Unlimited, the Sweden-India Business Council, SIBC, and the Confederation of Indian Industry for partnering in organizing this event. We are grateful that Honorable Deputy Prime Minister Ms. Ebba Bush and Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh could spare time to join this event, and their participation is highly encouraging. And we look forward to their insights and guidance on the theme for today's interaction, which is accelerating green transition. Thank you very much.